the chair now recognizes the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Malinowski, for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairwoman, and thank you to all of our witnesses for your presentations. I am both delighted that we are holding this hearing and incredibly sad that we have to hold this hearing. So the nonprofit security grant program is incredibly important in my home state of New Jersey. We've had our share, arguably more than our share, of anti-Semitic incidents and other attacks on people based on their faith and race in recent years. I think we're number 2 in the country in terms of anti-Semitic attacks since 2020. I've held a number of workshops in my district for faith leaders interested in the grant program, and we've helped them take advantage of these resources. But I also totally agree, we do not have enough resources, and the numbers bear that out. Fully 45% of applications right now are rejected by FEMA, and grant applicants often are not informed why they are rejected. That's something that we have to fix. And obviously we need more resources. And for that reason, I have been a strong supporter ever since I've been elected of increasing funding for this program, and I will continue to do so. And at the same time, every single time I sign a letter to increase funding, every single time I co-sponsor a bill to increase funding, I feel a sense of defeat. Because as I'm sure all of our witnesses would agree, even though we have to harden our places of worship, the solution to this problem is not at the gate of our places of worship. If we wait until the attacker is at the gate, well, we've already, in a sense, failed. And so that's really what I want to ask our witnesses about. Why, in your view, is this happening? Why is it, perhaps Mr. Fingerhut, you mentioned that we're living through the most intense period of attacks on the American Jewish community in the history of this country. Why, from your standpoint, is this happening right now?
Well, Representative Malinowski, thank you for the question. And I know that these committees held a hearing just recently on the rise in anti-Semitism and the relationship to all the various political and radical movements that are happening across the spectrum, around the world. And in a previous discussion in this hearing, the impact of social media, the impact of the internet to be able to bring these things into every community, into anybody's home, anybody who wants to reach, this hatred. The key for us is that we just know that it's not going to end. The wave is still rising, and so we have to be prepared. And if I might just take the moment of your question, there have been so many excellent comments about the challenges the current nonprofit security grant program faces. There are things that this committee can do, even in legislative language associated with appropriations that that can help address them. We need to give FEMA more flexibility and authority quickly and support. Waive the Paperwork Requirement Act. I mentioned a number of these things in my written testimony that has been submitted for the record. Representative Malinowski, I wish to say I wish I had a better answer for you on why, but I know that it's real and it's growing and it's not going to end soon, and so we have to give our partners in government all the resources and flexibility needed to act now.
Yes, and we should. On social media, let me put it this way to you. Imagine there were a company in America that tracked the online behavior of every single person in this country and the world. And every time they found somebody expressing views along the lines of Jews control the world or anything like that, a representative of that company picked up the phone and called that person to say, hey, couldn't help but notice you just expressed some really interesting views, and we'd like to introduce you to 10 other people who share your views. We'd like to help you get together with those people and help you explore your interest in combating those horrible Jewish people who are trying to control the world. Would you think that would be a pretty bad thing?
Absolutely, and perhaps
And that's what social media companies do, of course.
Absolutely, Mr. Malinowski. And
yeah, so this is something that we are looking very hard at. Obviously, it's not a guy picking up the phone making a call. It's an automated algorithmic system, but it functions in precisely that way.
If I might add, it's one of the reasons why all of our community security programs through each of our 146 federations will be connected through the security efforts of the SCN, so that that kind of information online, when a threat is identified anywhere in any community, can be immediately broadcast out to all of our security directors in every community, because we know that they are doing exactly what you said. They are introducing the radicals to more people, and that it will quickly spread. Copycats, similar, they will show up online, and through our partnership with SCN, we're able now to get that information out to every community.
Thank you. I yield back.